I'm Savannah Evans, and if I love wrestling, you love wrestling, we love wrestling.
Welcome to the We Love Wrestling spot. Today is different. We have someone coming back. That was our first spotlight. Now she's back for another one. She's the cannibal. She's the queen of combat. Her name is Savannah Evans. How are you doing today, man?
Good. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Today I'm joined with Nicole from Down for the Count and Danielle from the Pretty Hills. I'm not going to ask my first question because, we already know. Go back to the first spotlight and watch it. So let's just go here. Savannah, what's been going on? Do you still love wrestling?
I get you. I have missed you guys, so now we're going to pick up right where we left off on the last one. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Do you still love wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
What's been going on since we last seen you? I saw you on a few shows.
Oh man, when did we record this? Like March-ish, the first one?
I think so.
Like
May.
Was it May? Okay, I'm
assuming May or June. Yeah.
Well, a lot has happened still. Obviously, wrestling is still kind of hard to tread the waters right now because of the pandemic and getting around COVID guidelines for the promoters and the workers and everybody. But I can't complain. It's given me a lot of time to reflect and work on different things and show up at different places. I don't know when this is going to be released, but last Tuesday, got to do AEW Dark, which was amazing. Definitely excited that I was able to do that. It was a good experience.
Last Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
We would have went live tonight with this, but y'all gonna see this late. I saw you on Dark. You good. I saw you on Dark with Colleen King. You faced who did you face? Diamante
and Evilise.
And Evilise.
Yeah.
How did you feel being out there at Daly's place in Florida?
Even though there's there's not a crowd there, it's still huge, you know what I mean? When I got out there, I was like, okay, yeah, this, this feels cool, this feels good. So it was definitely I enjoyed it, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Any plans of going back?
Hopefully so.
Okay. Danielle, Nicole, jump in here.
Nicole, you were saying something.
Just so you know, because we always support Savannah Evans. I hadn't watched Dark in 2-3 months, but I was like, okay, Savannah Evans. Now, so I'm going to go in here, so I'm going to watch her when she's done. Off, and that's what I did.
And you had to sit there for that whole 2.5
hours. I did. I was like, you know what? I'm just like, I'm gonna sit through this, and I'm gonna wait till Savannah comes up, and I'm gonna watch it, support her, and then as soon as she walks her ass backstage, I will click this off, and that's exactly what I did.
So I have.
But you did an amazing job. But to also elaborate a little bit off of that, are you allowed to discuss the process of how you came about getting on AEW Dark, or is that something that's
I'm actually not sure if I can. I'm not sure really.
Let's
the protocol.
Okay, I'm not going to stress you out about it. So obviously you talked about and this could open up a lot more doors from you. So are you excited about the opportunity for this can create you, or are you nervous, excited, or are you about a little bit of both?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited that those people in that particular setting in that company were able to see me. I don't know how far in the indies they get or anything like that, but I was happy to definitely showcase in front of them, and I would love to do it again. I hope it leads to a lot more work with them, but only time is gonna tell for sure.
So speaking of that, so obviously you got to face Evilise and Diamante, and both of them separately are legends within their own right within the industry. Is there anybody else that's on AEW currently or within the roster that's kind of like been in and out that you would love to face in the ring, whether it be there or somewhere else?
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of those girls I knew kind of like coming up on the indies. Like, obviously, you know, Ariel's there, and I would love to work her anytime. Sorry, Big Swole's there, and I'd love to work her anytime. Chris Statlander, I know she's injured right now, but anywhere, I would love to do that match. Honestly, any of them, you know what I mean? Like, their roster is, I don't know how to describe it, the women's roster. It's like building, but they have a bunch of different types of girls, you know what I mean, that work different styles and, you know, different sizes, that kind of thing. I have worked Nyla before, but I would love to do that again. Just, you know, all their girls. I haven't worked Cheetah because I haven't been in Japan or anything like that. But I'm down to tackle that too. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of want all different challenges, you know. So anybody really.
Yeah, go get that belt. Start chasing. Or, well, they got 2 women's belts kind of floating about on there. They have the AEW Women's Championship, and they also have Sarah Deeb with the NWA Women's Championship. So, you know, you can maybe get one, get the other one. Hell, you can get both. So, you know, we trying to make sure you got some around your waist, got some good hardware around your waist.
Right.
Here for support.
And Serena's another one that I would love to work too.
Yeah. I'm so happy for her that she's healthy and doing good, and she deserves all of the flowers.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited just to see her wrestle again, because I forgot how much I loved watching her wrestle. But I'm kicking over to Danielle. Danielle, anything you want to ask or add?
I wanted to tell the full story about when we found out about your when you were hitting when you were going to be on AEW Dark. I think Terry posted it in a group chat at like, was it like 5 or no? It was like maybe like 8, 7 or 8
We
a.m.
don't talk about that group chat.
We don't have to name names.
We posted it in the group chat, and everyone it's a group chat of quite a few people, and everyone was like, is this fan art? Is this real? This is not real. Like, everyone was calling it like they were marking out in the group chat, and I'm like, no. And I just got a new phone, so I text you immediately, and I don't know if you wrote back because I have it's an Android now. So my iPhones it's been like dicey. So
I remember you messaging me, and I messaged you back, and I didn't hear anything else. I was like, did this go through? Like, is my phone?
Yeah, I don't think it didn't come in on my end. So I'm like, oh, maybe she didn't want to say anything, you know. So I was trying to like respect and like keep kayfabe.
Oh, yeah.
And when I tell you we were going nuts, I don't know how many times I retweeted your picture. Like, it was to the point we were all questioning each other, because somebody was like, oh, but it's not on AEW's website. And they're like, well, it's on Dark. And I'm like, it's not on Dark. But then when you went on AEW, it wasn't a still, it was the video. So then you had to wait till the video got to your thing, and then the screen. I mean, we were going crazy. Like, everybody thought it was fake in the beginning, right, Terry? Am I lying?
Because I watched those videos, and I was like, it went by, and I was like, what? And I went back, and I was like, oh snap! So I took the screenshot and I posted to them. They was like, "Is this real?" I was like, "Bruh, it's real." AEW just tweeted it. They was like, "Nah, we can't find it." I'm like,
Yeah, I was in the middle of doing. I was at work at the time, but I was in the middle of like, I think I was like typing an email or like doing something like actually productive, and then I saw, and then I was like going back and forth, and I saw that. I literally stopped what I was doing work wise, because I was like, I'm gonna go fact check this really quick.
Yes.
Make sure when I tell you, we all marked. I told my best friend like of 30 years. Doesn't like wrestling at all. She's like totally nothing. I'm like, you don't understand. I'm like, Savannah made it. She's like, first of all, who's Savannah? She's like, okay, well, what are you talking about? And I'm like, she's gonna be on TV. And she's like, okay, like, you know, she's just downplaying. And I'm like, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Like, we were all like, it was like we were on TV. Like, you don't understand. So we were just, I mean, like Nicole said, I don't think I've honestly, and this is no like cap or anything, like, I don't think I've ever watched an episode of Dark.
Oh, yeah?
Except for your episode I watched. Like I said, through
No,
it.
I always love y'all's support because you just, you show it whenever you can. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know. When they first tweeted out that video, you're right. It was a video first. It wasn't a still. And I'm like, where's everyone getting all their match graphics from? Like, where's mine? And then it finally came later. Yeah, when someone got like the still shot of it, and I was like, all right, time to tweet this out. And I had a lot of good responses to it. Like, just amazing, you know what I mean? Like, I got a bunch of new followers and just people commenting like, oh my gosh, you made them look like small children, like height wise, like they're a lot shorter than me, and oh, you and Kylan look like a good tag team together, and just like it was so cool. Like, I can't describe it. I still, like, I know I did the match, but I still kind of feel like, did that happen,
Kind of like a surreal moment, obviously.
Yeah, I can only imagine if we were able to be there. Like, I definitely would have flew in. Like, we all probably would have like flew in.
Yes.
We would have paid however much money for your.
I know y'all would have been the first ones in line.
Yeah. And then, like I said, as soon as you were done, I'll be like, okay, I'll meet you at the bar. I'll peace out.
I'm out.
Yeah. I was like, I'll get your drink ready. I'll see you. I'll see you at the bar.
They better than me because I just waited till Dark was over and then I went through and watched the matches that I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
And I was like, boom, as soon as I watched it, because I watched Dark literally the next day. So then I made the video. I was like, yep, she was on there. Saw it, boom. Everybody see the little part that she had. Bam, there it is. And
yeah, I was wondering how many people would be watching it like after the fact compared to how many people were watching it live. Because like watching it live, I was like, all right, when did this happen?
Hey, it got to the hour and I went through, I was like, no match. I was like, come on, man, what's going on? And then I was
and
like,
it was a lot of matches.
I think that was the week that I had 16 matches or something.
Yeah, she was at two. The second hour at 13 minutes, the match came on. I was like, come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much.
Yeah, I want to say we were like the match before the semi-main for the Dark card or whatever. So we were real far back in line. You guys are like troopers for watching the whole thing.
I figure I might as well. Like, I haven't watched Dark, and this is like no shade it's kind of shade because I think they should shorten Dark a little bit, but that's not like the time or place for this. But I really like. I used to watch. And this is more so early on in quarantine and stuff like that because obviously like I had the time to, so I wouldn't mind. But me with working full time now, I just like can't. I was like, I can't take that big of a chunk out of my day. I barely want to finish Raw, and that's like an actual show. So I was like, I go on here, support my people that I know who are on there, which is like you are one of them. So I was like, okay, I was like, I'll sacrifice this part of my Tuesday so I can watch her. So I'm gonna watch all this other stuff beforehand. But we were able to attend. It would game over. It would have been lit.
Yes.
We would have been ignorant. Like, your match would have been 5 minutes, and we'd have been screaming. Like, you wouldn't even have been able to like. You wouldn't even have been able to like communicate
which direction to look, and I'm like, there they are over there.
I would have had those, the noisemakers that they have at graduation.
Yes. Look, he put your shirt on.
Okay.
First time doing this on the spotlight, switch the shirt up.
And maybe I can go ahead and say this now. I have a new shirt coming out soon. I haven't released any like teasers or anything like that yet. I still have to iron out the details, make sure everything's perfect. But we can look forward to that in the coming weeks.
That's exciting.
I'm done buying shirts, man. Savannah texts me for all my money. I'm done.
He getting that shirt, Savannah. Don't worry about it. As soon as
it's the Futurama meme where he's like, "Take my money."
Right?
No.
That's me. That's me with merch. I've bought so much merch the past couple of days.
Mhm.
Like a week or so. One of the pieces of merch I bought wasn't for me, it's for my friend's daughter. So like I don't feel bad guilty about that, but there's like a few that I bought. I was like, ooh, do you need this? But
So
now we're gonna get
Savannah,
your shirt when it come out.
right? Being that I know that moment was probably super exciting, and I mean we all know, right? There were no fans or anything. But if there was
Right.
anything that you could do differently, like is there anything that now, like going back and looking at it, would you do differently?
Um, and maybe not something I would differently, but definitely just I wish that could be different was like you mentioned the fans. Like having fans there would have been so huge. And again, not that it wasn't huge, it's just it's it's so different when you're in the ring working in the moment, everything's happening, but to hear people in the background, it like gets you going, and you can't duplicate that. If you're wrestling in a ring and there's no one cheering or doing anything or saying anything, it's like you don't have the energy, the same type of energy you do when people are there. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can describe it, but I can't describe it.
Yeah.
It's so I'm so thankful for the fact I was able to do it, but to have like fans there would have been like super great, on top of that. But I don't know. I mean, it goes without saying, like I wish we could have had more time, but that's again not something I can control, just something I
Mm-hmm.
wish, was different about that, because being, like a Southern wrestler, like story, like it would have been cool to tell a bigger, better story,
Mm-hmm.
but we had the time that we did, so
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
change that.
I didn't like the heat that you caught. I mean, granted, you were the heels of the match, right? But I didn't like the heat that you caught, because I'm like, damn, they're like booing you. You don't even know y'all out the gate. But I guess it was because of the advantage, the height advantage.
Well, and so that to me, like, me and Kylie were the baby faces of the match. So yeah, we, with the smaller heels, it was it's like an odd dynamic. You know what I mean? But again, like I feel like if we had more time, we could have told that story,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then some. But yeah,
Because the angle that it was shot at, like it's like you guys came out, you did the strong thing, and then they show the crowd, and they're like boo and like, ah, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
yeah.
Some people in there.
I'm trying to
So
keep it kayfabe.
with the crowd there, it's basically maybe half of like the front row of like other wrestlers that were on Dark as well, but
Yeah.
not this particular one. So they kind of fill in those front few rows to give reactions like boo or whatever, but they have like the babyface side and the heel side. So I
Oh,
think it was the side of the ring that Kylan was on where the heels were, so they were booing her. So it's
yeah.
just, and then we get to like rather I'm the one that's never on the show. Kylan is been there for a while, but didn't get her first win until this past Tuesday. So maybe that's where the boos come from. but
Maybe.
I think it's just to have noise there
Yeah.
in the background.
Yeah. It's still dope though. We were. It was like we were there. We got on. Like we made it.
Yes, we were all there.
Terry, you looking like.
You talking about the AEW Dark? That's cool. Well, what shows you got coming up?
So coming up actually next weekend, next Friday, I was supposed to be at Generation Championship Wrestling in Tampa. That actually they announced it today. They had to postpone that show. I know. I'm so like, that was supposed to be my debut for this show, but we've been trying to debut me for 3 different shows. So like all year. And
Oh
it
my
just,
gosh.
for one reason or another, it's not happening. And unfortunately, I can't make the December 4th date that they have rescheduled to. But, keep my fingers crossed. My debut for GCW, Generation GCW, will be soon, hopefully, but we're going to keep trying at it. But the next Saturday, the day after, I do have Eddie Kingston's Grindhouse, which last time they ran, I wasn't able to make it. So really excited to be able to do it now. It's a WWN show, so that'll be broadcasted. You know, it allows me to be on a different platform than I was on previously. So I think that's cool. I think it's going to be badass. I don't yet know who I'm wrestling, but hopefully we get some graphics out with that soon and we can start promoting it, because I know people like, you know, want to see it. It's just a matter of letting them know, you know, what all's going down and who's going to be there.
Is it live, or has it been recorded already? Or?
That show's going to be live. Yeah, on the WWN network.
And is that the 14th?
Yes, that's Saturday of next weekend. Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
Let me check that. Okay. It's Florida. It's Florida. I have to figure out like what city.
Okay, let me know, because I'll be in Jacksonville.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we were coming to the Tampa show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So you guys will still be down there then?
I'm gonna still be in Jacksonville. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know. I'm changing my flight. I don't know. I'm upset.
Oh, he's hurt. He's so hurt.
We are hurt. I mean,
I was supposed to do a bunch of stuff that weekend, and yeah, we'll talk after.
I get you. But yeah, that show's gonna be dope. They had the Diamond Cup and everything, so you know. But I'm glad that those girls will be able to still have the tournament, you know, and they were able to rearrange dates or whatever.
Maybe the next time when you actually do your debut, you can fight for that women's championship.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Let's talk about the show that you posted today, though. I saw you on it. So Sue Young on it. Mm-hmm. So you said, isn't this the time that people usually say seasons beatings?
Yeah.
I really got to pop at that.
We all know every year, every Christmas, but they start advertising in November. There's a show somewhere, and it's called Seasons Beatings, and it never fails. There's probably going to be 5 or 6 of them like this year, but I was just like, let me jump on this real quick. Everyone knows these Seasons Beatings are coming.
I feel like that one, and then there's always, what's a Halloween one that I always see?
Halloween ring?
No, it's like AEW did a lot of the show by the name. I'll have to look it up. It's like Halloween Massacre, something like around that border. I always see that around Halloween time. I'm like, oh my gosh, please retire this one year.
Yeah. Let's get original, okay?
Yeah. Do you know who you facing on that card?
So that one, I'm not sure yet. I think they're in the process of setting up the matches. But that one is going to be in Greensboro, North Carolina. It's like a all-women's promotion, but like a side promotion from Firestar Pro Wrestling that also runs in Greensboro. So, you know, I'm excited about it because there's going to be a lot of girls on there that people are being introduced to, you know, for the first time. So I think that's, you know, of course that's cool. Like opportunities for girls, like that's, you know, what we need more of. And then for Sue to be able to be there, that's going to be awesome too.
Yeah.
I want to say it's December 12th. So it's coming up here next month, but like I'm excited to do it. LeBron Cozone is the one running it, and he's always trying to do cool stuff for like the younger talent in North Carolina. So I'm really excited that, like I said, that these young, newer talents are going to be able to kind of get out there and get some new eyes on them.
It is December 12th. I only knew that because I was looking at some flight plans. Then I was like, I'll be over there. That's too much to do. Let me ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
Are you scheduled? Well, I can't say too. Are you booked for anything coming in February?
I don't believe I have anything for February.
All I will say is on our first spotlight, we asked you who would be 3 wrestlers that you would like to face. I have been in talks with someone about an event that they want to do in February called All Black Everything. And,
okay. Yes.
Um, and hopefully we can make one of those matches happen. That you said would be like one of your dream matches. So I
That
just
would
want to
be
let you know if you
badass.
get email or anything about that, just say yes, because it's gonna go down.
Got
Um,
you.
they get in the building. So that's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, when we
Now
hear
I'm gonna
stuff,
be out here like, until it happens.
Mhm.
yeah, when we hear stuff, I just say it to the person. He's contacted the first people for the first match that I told him about. So you should probably hear some no later than December, but
Okay.
it should be a great thing going.
So do we want
I'm
to run back
hyped.
the three people that she mentioned?
The three people that she mentioned, it was Thunder Rosa,
Mm-hmm.
it was La Rosa Negra,
Mm-hmm.
and it was she said she wouldn't mind going with what's her name?
Oh yeah.
Paige's mom, Soraya Knight, wasn't it?
I don't remember it being
It
Soraya
may
Knight.
have been Deanna Prazo, maybe.
You said you
No.
had faced her before, but you wouldn't mind going head to head with her again.
Oh, well, then it
Paige's
probably
mom.
was Soraya. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had like a street fight. It was wild. It was a triple threat. So
I had watched it yesterday. That's the only reason I don't know that.
Oh, Zach Terry be doing his homework. He be doing his homework.
I'll be trying.
well, I'm hyped now. I appreciate it. You guys are making stuff happen for real, though.
Who?
You guys.
We just love wrestling, man. Nicole, Danielle, y'all got some? I mean, I got one more question. I'm gonna throw it back to y'all before I ask this question.
No, you can finish your last question. I think.
Yeah, I want to hear the question and then say what I gotta say.
Oh, I always finish it. You know what I'm saying? So Savannah, you always talk about, whoever you wrestling, you're gonna eat them alive. So I was sitting here thinking, and if you had three choices of foods that you could eat while you were alive, like your last meals, what would those three meals be?
My last meals.
Yeah.
Definitely orange chicken and pork fried rice because I love Chinese food.
Have you
She
ate
had that
Chinese
one
food
in the
recently?
chamber.
I did have Chinese food last Sunday to reward myself. So I had my orange chicken and my pork fried rice.
Okay.
So definitely that. Why make this so hard? Like, definitely like some Mexican food. Like I really like chips and queso was my favorite, or like chips and guac. Yeah.
Yes, guac.
They got
Yes, I
queso
love
right now.
guacamole.
Yes.
I think somebody got free queso right now if you just buy the chips.
Okay.
That might
I'll have
be
to look
Indian.
into that.
That's probably just your area thing.
Right?
Local.
Let me stop that.
Well, get some and then send it to me.
All right, got you.
Yeah. And then maybe for a third meal, I don't know. I like lately this year I've been on a really big like wings kick. Like I love like hot wings. I love like sweet hot wings. I love just everything. So we'll go with that one. With a little veggie boat.
With a little what?
A veggie boat.
Oh, okay. I was like, veggie bun. Okay, veggie boat. Yeah.
Yeah, for your carrots and celery and your blue cheese.
Yes, blue cheese is essential.
I see you.
No ranch over here.
I'm about to say it. Blue cheese and ranch is trash.
Oh no, don't do
With
that.
wings, trash.
Don't do
Trash.
that. Don't do that. You lactose? Is that
No,
then stay over there with that, sir.
I'm not lactose. I'm just saying it's trash.
No. Your opinion.
Yeah.
You just threw me off. Blue cheese and ranch. Ugh. Okay. So before we close out, I got a t-shirt. It's cool. when you make your new T-shirt, I want you to tell Danielle because she's gonna buy one. I'm done buying T-shirts, so
He's
I
getting
am
a T-shirt.
over the T-shirt thing. You know this, ma'am. I bought a T-shirt off PWTs, and I saw you in North Carolina, and I bought another one. And I was hoping that it was a different color, and it actually was. So
There
I
you go.
So before we do the put yourself over moment, let's talk about you being on the Summer Jam card. You faced someone. I waited for like a month and a half to watch this match, and then I was disappointed with the outcome. Before we talk about that, even with the Generation Championship Wrestling, we was on some stuff. If Savannah loses, we will ride and beat up the owner.
Oh yeah, we was rioting. So, that was non-negotiable. It was, we had people on deck ready to riot.
So what happened at Summer Jam, Savannah? Because I was hyping it up, and then I saw the match, and I was like, "Come on, bro."
Wait, which one was the Summer Jam one?
That was the one in DC, Fight Club. It was so long.
Yeah. That one was back in August, I think. Yeah, but you're right. They taped it and then they released it last month, I believe. Me and Killian McMurphy.
I still ain't see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they finally streamed it last month on IWTV, I want to say.
Like 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, it was me and Killian McMurphy. So he had put out the promo of, you're supposed to be in the kitchen making my sandwich or whatever. The very tired trope, but it works. You know what I mean? It's immediately fans are like, boo, boo. So I get there, and my first time working there, so I want to, impress some people. This is what Savannah Evans is all about. Even though there's no crowd, but when people eventually get to see the film version, sorry about that. Okay, when people finally get to see the film version, they'll be, oh, okay, Savannah Evans. But I mean, it was cool. Not the outcome we wanted, you're right. But first time working Killian, you know what I mean? It was cool. I think there was definitely, even though there weren't fans there, I think there were other, workers there that got to see me for the first time, and they're like, okay. And I always want to leave that type of impression, because you never know who someone else knows, and it opens up the doors for going to other places. Because like I said, I don't often work in Maryland, or I think it was they moved a couple of times, but I don't work in that area a lot. So definitely wanted to impress some people, and I think I did. There were some cool gifts. There was a butterfly suplex gift.
I'll be going to look for those.
Yeah,
so now,
Yoke did those ones, I think.
Oh, I do follow him. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, we're gonna go off the rails for a second here. On that card also was 2 championships. The Chocolate City Championship, held by Billy Dixon, who Nicole did a spotlight with earlier, and the Pan African World Dysphoria Championship.
Yes.
Now, I won't lie to you, and they'll probably tell you, I did try to push to get you a match for that type championship.
Hard.
It was a little ridiculous.
I wouldn't mind a triple threat.
Yeah, triple threat. I mean, how do you feel about that title? Because I'm not gonna say it, but how do you feel about that title?
So first of all, I saw that match, the Timmy and Trish match. So good. I watched it there as it was happening. It was goosebumps. It was chills. They took you on that ride. It was perfect. It was so perfect. I didn't get to see the chocolate championship match. But I would have liked to have been a part of either. But definitely that main event was so fire. It was so dope. I loved it.
Do you see yourself getting a championship opportunity in the future?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, you know, I have to work through the ranks up there because that was my debut. It was my first time up there. But yeah, for sure, you know, I would love to face Trish for that belt.
I'll just say that there's no ranks. That title can go anywhere. Um, yeah, that's all I'll say right now. But yeah, I'm pushing to get you a match opportunity. I just want you to remember, and everybody watching, there's a picture that Trish is in the front of with the belt, and there's people behind her. Only thing I can say about that picture is there's a story that can be told with that picture. I just don't know if the story will be told. But if it is told, all right. Woo.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, if the right people, like, you know, can get a hold of that and run with that, you're right. It's built in, you know. You look at that photo, you know what that is. So
That's
agree.
what I'm saying. Man, stop.
She was in the picture. She gets it.
I know she gets it. I know she. I'm just saying. It always makes me feel good. I'm ready to do the put yourself over moment. Danielle, Nicole, y'all got anything before I go here?
I guess because I know that Savannah's got 2 to 3 more shows coming up before the end of the year, and so this may be the last spotlight we do with you for 2020. And I hope I'm not jumping the gun, but I just want to hear. I know that Corona is, you know, we already know what Corona is, but can we, like, you know, for the most part, can you just sum up like the year for you? I mean, granted, you have matches coming up, but you know, you can kind of like just give us a synopsis of what you think about 2020, Corona aside, because we already know Corona ain't
yes.
Did she just talk?
We did our whole first interview with that. So, to be honest, it's the year that I've had the least matches. You know what I mean? That's weird. Now this is my 6th year in wrestling. I want to say I had 4 matches this year so far. It's definitely vastly different than working, you know, twice a weekend or sometimes 3 times a week. Just and sometimes like that change is good because you can stop and reevaluate what you're doing, you know. But for me, it was good and bad. I think it was good. It gives your body time to rest, you know, time to heal up, catch up on your sleep, you know, take care of stuff with your family, the kind of stuff that we normally miss out on. But it was also very different not being in the ring like I normally would be as often as I would be. And even, you know, like training, our training facility was shut down up until like a month ago, until like 4 weeks ago. So definitely not being able to even try to get better at your craft and what you're doing, or try to sharpen little things or get, you know, quicker at this. We couldn't even do that. So the matches I did have, it was kind of like, man, you know, it was like not learning to bump all over again, but just being new again. And then, you know, when you do hit those ropes in the home, you go, or at the end of the day, you go home and you're like, what is on my back? Like, oh, it's the mark from the rope, because it's like your body builds up that callus when it does it all the time, but then now you're not, and every time you do it, it hurts again. So but overall, I'm not mad at this year. You know, a lot of people can look negatively at what's going on, but I'm not really 100% upset at this year. I think it was good to have the opportunity to just and just kind of recenter yourself, evaluate what's important to you, what's not as important to you, you know, what have you. It's just, I feel like it was a good year. Definitely when things can get back to normal, I'd love to keep rolling on like a every week, you know, every weekend basis again. But no one knows when that's going to be. So like I said, I can't be mad at this year. I'm not. To sum it up, different. That's just the way, you know, I can. But like I said, I do have a handful of matches left this year. I forgot to mention one. It's the weekend after the Grindhouse show. This one is in Georgia. I'll post about it some more. But it's IWE Professional Wrestling in Georgia, maybe Augusta, maybe that area, I'm thinking. But I'll promote that more. But yeah, I definitely have some more shows coming up, and hopefully things start to get better and we can kind of go back to what's normal.
Nicole?
Again, we're so excited for you, for your future. So happy to see how far you've come. And we're just excited and can't wait to see what your 2021 has in store for you. And again, like, thank you so much for taking the time with chatting with us again.
Yeah, no, thank you guys. Like, you guys have a cool show. I never mind being on. We can do this like every other week if you want to.
Look at Terry's face.
Well, should I take that back?
No.
I could be on every once in a while if you guys
Don't play, Savannah. You say every other week. We'll put you on here every other week. We'll talk more things. We'll just talk about the world. But before we do the put you over moment, I got this thing right here. You know what I'm saying? You got any posters? I need 11 by 14 signs so I can put it up in the crib. I'm getting my posters.
11 by 14. Okay. I was actually, no lie, I was talking to some coworkers yesterday about some different images that I had, and I was like, would this be better as a poster or a shirt? And like, no, that's definitely a poster. So, I mean, that's definitely a thing I'm thinking about. So you leave that one empty for me.
If you do it, I need one.
Yes.
So since we talking, are you gonna be on Black Wrestlers Matters too on Juneteenth in 2021?
I didn't know that it was happening, but I mean, I can definitely be available.
Let me put this up here. So, you know, the first one happened in Iowa. The second one has been announced for Juneteenth 2021.
I didn't know. Oh my gosh.
She said she didn't know, but she would be down for it. Everybody listening.
Yeah.
We love wrestling. I'm gonna put y'all on the spot. Y'all want to sponsor Savannah to go to the show?
Ooh.
I was at the first one, so I gotta go to the second one. Come on. I'm there. If I could go to Iowa, I can go to wherever else they're getting ready to do it. And I'm dragging Nicole with me. She ain't got no choice. Tell your family, tell your
Somebody
friends
gonna
that
pay for
weekend.
my flight.
Tell them. Well, I can put you in a carry-on.
Oh, we driving.
In the carry-on.
Look, she pulled the Terry.
Yeah.
Scorpio.
Pulled the Terry. Scorpio season. You're right. Miss Savannah Evans. Let's put you, we don't put you over enough. Let's have you put yourself over. Where can the people, if you didn't watch the first one, shame on you. And if you're not doing any of this, shame on you again. But where can they follow you? Buy a t-shirt. Find out about your shows. See what's going on.
If you are new to Savannah Evans, I will give you my social media. I try to update as much as possible. I'm hardly on Twitter, maybe Instagram the most, but Twitter is going to be Savannah Evans, the letter N, the letter V, because someone that hasn't tweeted in 11 years has Savannah Evans on Twitter. So then also on Instagram and Facebook, it's Savannah Evs. Again, because Savannah Evans is taken. They probably haven't used theirs since 2011 also. But please follow me, like, share. You can message me. I can't always get back, but that's cool too. You know, I appreciate everyone following me, new followers. Keep a lookout for new stuff like we were talking about, a new shirt, possibly new posters. One of these days I'm going to have buttons and pins because...
Please, so I can put some on my jacket.
I always underestimate how big, like, pens are right now. And, like, when we were having, you know, shows with fans, the kids always come to the table and you know, like, the parents want to buy them something, but maybe they don't want to, maybe they have 3 kids. They don't want to shell out $60 for 3 shirts for their kids. So I like, you know, having smaller dollar items like pins and buttons and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So one day it's going to happen. I'll let you guys know because you like pens.
And stickers.
Yes.
Stickers.
I have my Faye Jackson South Park one.
Yes.
Yes. I got that one too.
And then I have a Frisco Flame one, and I have like a couple that I've like collected over because I still haven't get a chance to, but I eventually want to get a jacket and start putting all like my wrestling pins on there. So please get some
wrestling jacket.
I'm not a pen guy, but almost everybody that we spotlighted who has a pen, I've gotten one. They just over here. They sitting here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them.
I love pins.
You got to mount them on something like a display board or like a hat or a fanny pack or jacket.
Put it on your fanny pack, Terry.
Yeah.
He's looking at his thinking face at me. He's like,
I might get a fanny pack. I don't know.
Please get one.
She just threw me off.
So I can make fun of it.
I think we did. I think I was just plugging myself, and I think I did because we were talking about buttons and shirts. That's right.
Button shirts, posters are coming because I'm gonna get. Even if she don't have posters, I'm gonna have a poster from her.
You'll make one.
Damn.
Right here.
That's real assertive.
I guess I
If you
have
make
to
one or
share.
not, I'm going to have one.
Yeah,
He's gonna put it next to the Charlotte poster.
Yeah.
The Charlotte poster ain't going up.
What?
And it's gonna be autographed. Don't get me into that situation.
Okay.
But Charlotte can't go up until the Nia Jax one go up. But yeah, that's why I need a poster. I got a lot of posters.
I got you.
But let's see. I don't know. We're gonna close out now. Everybody said thank you to Savannah for coming on. I hope y'all watched AEW Dark last week with Savannah Evans on it. Are we gonna put this out this week, guys, or are we gonna put it out? Guess what? This is gonna go out tomorrow if Nicole gets me the video. Y'all listening to this, so you got this a day later because that's how we drop them. Savannah left. Oh,
my bad. Low battery.
Low battery. So we are closing out. Thank you to Danielle from the Pretty Hills. Thank you to Nicole from Down for the Count. Thank you to the next superstar who should be signed. And you'll see me tweet that from time to time, and I mean that shit. But I'm Terry with We Love Wrestling. And like I always say, if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. Is it too sweet for the culture? Ooh.